Hey there, welcome to another episode of Great Men Taking Over the World. This is Dark Assassin. I'm here to do a top 10 countdown on my favorite fighting game series. My number 10 choice would be Smash Bros. And I like Smash Bros. Because there's a lot of hidden characters and I like the collaboration of Mario, Kirby, Luigi, Donkey Kong, Marth, Roy, Pikachu, and all the Pokemon characters. I played Smash Bros. 1 at Silver's house, played with Silver and my old friend Joe at the time. And I had some fun and then played with my friend Scottman and Silver and Ren, and I always used to get my ass kicked, but I still enjoy myself because it's a fun game to get into. Well, I like the series as a whole and in general of the 4 series, and I like that they added Sonic and Meta Knight on the 3rd one, and on Melee they added Marth and Roy, and on the 4th one they got my boy Mega Man, Pac-Man, and they got Ryu and Cloud from Final Fantasy VII and Ryu from Street Fighter, of course, and just the whole collaboration of Solid Snake and just Konami, Nintendo, Squaresoft, and Sega and Capcom is all a beautiful collaboration indeed throughout the series. My number 9 choice would be the Soul Calibur series. And I remember playing it on Dreamcast and straight up buying it from Software Etc. And I played with Silver, Ren, and I lost to Ren, of course, because he's a professional at the game. And I played Scottman and played by myself and unlocked all the characters, played through all the characters. And I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 for my PS2, Xbox, and Xbox 360.
Oh, which one is your favorite?
I don't really know. I kind of like them all, but I'll probably say 2 and 4, maybe roughly. 2 and 4.
Would you also admit that you have a obsession with cheap characters? Because you'd always pick like Raphael or other super cheap characters.
I think all the characters are okay. I just, play for fun and just try to play the roster and get good within a decent amount with the roster. Whole roster, like Raphael, Yoshimitsu, Mitsurugi, Maxi, and Taki, and Yoda and Darth Vader.
Didn't you also claim Raphael was the most balanced character in the game? Would you say that?
I think he's okay. I just play to win. No matter cheap or what, I gives a fuck as long as I can rack some sort of victories.
Capcom versus SNK.
My number 8 choice would be Capcom vs. SNK series. I thought that was a very good game because it's like Street Fighter except with the SNK characters collaborated, and it was a fun game to get into, beating down Joe and playing Silver, where I first played it at Silver's house back when he had the Dreamcast, and I owned it on the Dreamcast shortly after. I got it from Software Etc. as usual, and I played part 2 on my PS2, played my old friend Kevin Aldrich, beat him, and then I played Silver, and I kind of beat it Silver at first, but then he got me good at the end, and he's kind of better than me in this game by a decent amount, definitely. Like, my best characters would be Akuma, Rujo's pretty good, Ryu, Honda, Blanca, Balrog, Joe Higashi, Raiden, Geese, and Mai Shiranui. My number 7 choice would be the Injustice series. Now, this is a newer fighting game series that is more recent, that came out in like 2013, but it is a good game series within the 2 sequels, especially part 2. Surprisingly, I was impressed. You can play as the Ninja Turtles, you can play as the Atom, you can play as Hellboy, and Swamp Thing was a nice touch, and then you can play as Darkseid, is mainly why I picked part 2 over the first one. But the first one is good because Joker was like the best character on the first one, along with Deathstroke, and I might be playing online with some coworkers, which I had some coworkers over recently and beat him down gracefully from like maybe 21 or less to like 0 points that I've won on Injustice. So Injustice is a very good game to get into, and my best memory of it is just playing coworkers and beating them all down. My number 6 choice is Fighters Megamix. Now this game is a freaking masterpiece. I remember playing my cousin Morpheus and playing for like hours and hours and beating the holy fucking shit out of him. And I got revenge on kicking his ass back when he used to beat me when I was a kid, back in like 97, 98, 99, 2000, all the way until like 2000. 4 when I reversed it and kicked his ass ever since I graduated high school in Fighters Megamix. I also beat it down Silver in that game too, and just beat the holy shit out of him too. Now he got me a few times and, you know, put up a fight, but I ended up beating him a little bit more than he beated me in the Fighters Megamix at least. But yet he got me in Virtua Fighter, but I can be proud to say that I at least got him on Fighters Megamix just by that decent amount.
Would you be willing to do a Fighters Megamix battle episode with you and Silver in it?
I think we're gonna cut now. I've never done that. My number 5 pick would be the Virtua Fighter series. And the Virtua Fighter series I played a lot with Morpheus online and won gracefully, but then the person who beat me in Virtua Fighter was Silver, which I'll give my man a lot of props and credit. And I got into Virtua Fighter back in arcades back when I was in like 4th grade mainly, and like Fun Factory at Briarwood Mall, or arcades in like mainly Southland Mall as well. And then I end up playing at my boy at Morpheus' house, I think on a Saturn or something like that. He had, and then I just mainly played them online, and just, you know, played in arcades, played it with friends, and then eventually owned the series through the Dreamcast and PS2. The Realism Fighter is pretty good. Like, my best character would be Kagemaru and Jackie Bryant, because those are the characters I get good with, but I'm also pretty good with Pi and Sarah, and Jeffrey McWild and all that. I like the Realism Fighter mechanics. It's the most Realism Fighter that's out there in the fighting game universe thus far, even now.
Excellent.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
My number 4 choice would be Marvel vs. Capcom series. And the Marvel vs. Capcom series is amazing. I remember playing my boy Silver, playing Ren, and kicking his ass like hell in Marvel vs. Capcom. Now, if Silver beat me on the live video episode, I'll be the first to admit. But it was still fun playing my friends anyway, and playing Sean in Marvel vs. Capcom, and playing all my friends and family. And I like the collaboration of characters within the series, within Thanos, Doom, Venom, Mega Man X, Zero, Captain Commando, Ryu, they even had Ken. The recent one they added Winter Soldier, Black Widow, and Black Panther on the game, I thought was a very nice touch. And they also add Sigma on the Capcom side as well. I just think it is a great flashy game to pick up and play and get into. More flashier version of Street Fighter that's very good within its collaboration, flashy moves, and insane combos.
Suit up! Buster engage! 1, 2!
My number 3 choice would be the Street Fighter series. And the Street Fighter series I got into back when I was 7 with Street Fighter 2, and I played all the Street Fighters, even EX2 that I bought on eBay recently for like about 20 bucks on sale on eBay. And I liked the Street Fighter series. I liked it for years. Ryu, Bison, Ken are all my best characters, and I played friends, family, won some, lost some, all of the above. Like the Alpha series was good. I like the music on Alpha 2 if you want to talk about some unique jazzy type music. I like 4 better than 5. 5 was a disappointment because the game was rushed into and they don't have as much characters as 4 did. The 3Ds look better. HD quality graphics and stuff.
How about gameplay?
A lot better. Gameplay is pretty solid too. Is everything that the Street Fighter 2 series lacked, they've made better by adding more to it. And the Street Fighter series is something that I really bonded with throughout my life since I was 7, and I'm 31 now. My number 2 choice would be the Mortal Kombat series. And the Mortal Kombat series I actually played before Street Fighter on arcades, and I have a lot of memories on arcades, but more on consoles, playing the Mortal Kombat series, playing family and friends as usual, playing by myself, getting good, picking it up, doing all the fatalities. And I do the fatalities on Mortal Kombat 2, battling Morpheus and just learning for myself of the fatalities throughout 2 trilogy and Mortal Kombat 1. And I kind of gave up the fatalities after MK Trilogy, but the series is still good because of the cinematics and better looking graphics. But my best memory of playing Mortal Kombat is either playing by myself picking up, getting good, achieving, learning the whole roster, playing Family, Friends, Silver, Morpheus. Shout outs to those guys, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ren for playing me as well. And then just, you know, having fun and just playing ever since and getting good with Scorpion, Sub-Zero. I would say Raiden is good. Shao Kahn's my favorite, and I also like Motaro as well. And for like the newer characters of like X, for instance, I like Takeda, Kodokan, and I also like Tremor. And Predator and Alien. I would say the favorite one is basically Part 9, I would say. Would roughly be the favorite one if I had to pick. But they're all good at the same time, pretty much. But I kind of like the first 3, and then I would skip over the rest until we get to 9 to X, and then it's back good again.
Predator wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Well, before I get to my number 1 choice, let's look at some honorable mentions. My number 1 choice for the best fighting game series of all times would be Tekken, of course. Tekken is a game I naturally got good at. I naturally beat everyone. I wiped out and exterminated everybody, except for Ren, of course. Playing Tekken 2, unlocking characters, learning characters, unlocking characters like Angel, Devil, Anna, Armor King, Wayne, and then Tekken 3, playing Eddie, Jin, Yoshimitsu, Paul Phoenix, unlocking characters like Gunjack and Kuma and Panda and Brian Fury. My favorite character, of course, in the actual games is always Eddie Gordo, Kazuya. He's a very good character. He's not cheap because you're a hating bastard, of course.
I don't know, man. When I came over your house and I never played Tekken 7 before, you beat me like 1 or 2 times just because I haven't played the game in a long time. And then
Shut the fuck up.
I warmed up.
Shut up.
I made you my bitch just like the old days.
My favorite Tekken series would basically be 6 because it seemed like they had all the favorite characters on 6. But 7 is okay. I just wish they had more characters like they did on 6. And I also entered a Tekken 7 tournament that I came 2nd place in. Because how the tournament went was, it was like basically 8 people, but I was beating up like the whole, actually it was 6 people. Sorry, it was 6 people. It was 6 people. I beat down the entire staff for like the practice matches, but you know, we was battling for like an hour and a half until this one guy showed up, had a double gene tattooed on his arm. That was pretty good at Tekken and beat at me, but I still got a prize trophy hat of Zelda hat for entering 2nd place for putting up a good fight within the SCAF and the person who beat at me, but he kicked my ass and congratulated me and gave me some props for putting up a fight. Ever since then, I just felt kind of proud of myself and still like Tekken regardless. Well, thank you for watching this episode with me where we talk about my top 10 countdown of my favorite fighting game series. And please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, see you around.
How are you so
Fucker. Well, I was trying to be professional, that's why.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, you just like...
Thank you.
Go fuck yourself.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I have to be honest because I've been doing some thinking, so it made sense, so I'll just respond accordingly. Fucking criticisms.
Even if it's constructive?
You don't criticize me, period, at this point. No one does.